We're on?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, it's the Tightwad sisters, Sharon and Rosie. We went to the movies last night and we saw The Zookeeper's Wife with Jessica Chastain. Well, here's what we were going to do. We weren't going to go to, we didn't have anything down here to go. We actually were going to skip it this week. But we looked at the other movies, the other Tightwad, up at the other, an hour from here. And we saw this one and we thought, I don't know, let's go see this one. It's been out for a couple of weeks already, but, you know, I didn't hear a whole lot about it. I saw coming attractions for it. I saw you do something there. Anyway, we thought, what the heck, we'll go see it. I'm telling you, I'm really glad I went to see it. How about you?
It was good.
Wasn't it better than you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, it was better than I thought it was going to be. Or it was going to be.
What are you doing?
Nothing, I'm just saying.
You going to jump in here?
No, I'm just saying. It was better than I thought it would be, but I would have passed on it.
She would have. She doesn't like Hitler movies. It's about 1939, Warsaw, Poland.
It says there's no costume to wear.
Yeah, there's nothing to wear. So
there's no costume to wear. I really don't want to see the movie at all.
And it was a serious movie, so I mean, she couldn't have been an animal because they owned a zoo. But you know, it's about the Russians. I mean, Russians, not even the Russians. Listen to me. Germans took over when there was the invasion, World War II. It was 1939, Warsaw, Poland. Her and her husband owned a zoo in Warsaw, the Warsaw Zoo. They had a little boy, and then the invasion happened, and I was really worried. I didn't want to see a whole lot of dead little kids and dead people and all. They kind of downplayed that a little bit. It wasn't as graphic as it could have been because it was, you know.
Well, it was graphic with the animals.
Yeah, it was the ghetto in Poland, in Warsaw, and they did not get arrested because they were not Jews.
We should tell them.
They were Poland. They were Polish.
The German officer that ends up being an officer is a friend of theirs. He owned a zoo also in Berlin.
No, he was Hitler's biologist guy that studied animals. He was a zoologist. So he was their friend,
right? And
they played a really delicate balance with him because
then the war started, and he was an officer. He was an officer.
His name is Daniel Bruhl.
You know
H.L. He was in Inglourious Bastards. I forget what other ones he was in. He was in Burnt. Captain America.
Yes,
we recognized him, but he's the only one besides Jessica.
I was out of the picture there for a couple minutes.
Jessica Chastain was really the only one we recognized, and then this guy that played the officer. Her husband was
all right. So let's
Johann Hildenberg. We didn't recognize him at all.
People don't really care about all the people that were in it. Here's the story. Let's tell them the story.
I started telling the story. So there was them two with their son who owned the zoo, and then they
took all the animals off them.
Yeah, it was sad. And then they joined the resistance and they tried to help. And it's a true, what I liked about it is a true story. You didn't know anything about this before. I didn't know anything about this story.
I think you're all over the place with this. What happened was they took all their animals from the zoo. And she met with the friend of theirs that was now a German officer, and she proposed an idea to him to keep the zoo open, but to have a pig farm there. And he said, for what reason? And she said, well, your men have to eat. So he said, okay, what are you going to feed them with? And she said, well, we'll use the garbage from the ghetto. Which
you're not going to tell them all this, are you?
Yeah, because nobody's going to say it. Where they kept the German people before they took them to the camps, all right? And what happened was...
the ghetto, the Warsaw Ghetto.
This is how everything came about, which enabled them to take these people, children, kids, and everyone. And
it was a really, really good story, and it's heartfelt. Anything. She does not like anything.
And the German officer had feelings for her.
That helped a little bit, and them able to.
It helped a lot.
To hide under plain sight is what they did.
Right. It helped a lot. A whole lot.
So she doesn't like anything to do with the Germans. She doesn't.
No, I don't.
So I'm surprised the whole Hitler thing. She doesn't. She gets off when she was a kid. She couldn't even see that stuff in school. It used to freak her out. So she wasn't thrilled about going to this movie because she would have passed on this in a minute.
If you're an animal lover, I don't suggest you go either because of what they do to the animals. So don't go if you're an animal lover too. Oh, and here's my bunny.
Well, that's in the bombing.
And the reason, no, it isn't when they went in and they.
Okay.
You know what they did.
Okay, don't tell her.
So anyway, this is her bunny, and she always had the bunny with her to help the one little girl that they had saved, and but through the picture, you see how big the bunny got.
Yeah.
Because years passed.
Yeah.
Years passed with these people that they
What it
kept
was
in.
is it started in 1939, and when it was over at the end,
19
the war was over.
40.
So
5, 6,
something like 45.
Yeah.
So they showed the progression of what happened and what they did, and it was. I thought it was a really, really good. I thought it was a really good story. I really liked it.
It was a good story, and I liked it too. But I probably wouldn't have went to the movies to see it.
No,
What do I always say when I go?
she goes
Oh, I'm
to
sorry, buddy. When I go to the movies, I
want
go to be entertained.
You weren't entertained by that?
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm looking pretty bad. No, I wasn't entertained. No, it was sad, and it was anyway. All the good movies are coming out.
Okay, I wanted to see this one. I got my one in. Now
All
we're
the
going to
Marvels
see
are coming out.
300 Marvel movies, and
Yay,
oh my God, so that's all coming. So let's
But I
go
already
for this
told you
one.
that. So
Let's go for this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3? You're actually giving it 3?
I am giving it 3. It was a good movie, and it was a good story. I wouldn't have went to the movies and seen it.
I'm giving it 4.
That's for sure.
I can't believe you're even giving it 3.
I can't believe you're giving it 4.
I can't believe you're giving
All
it 3.
the movies, you give all them crappy 2.5, 2, and 3, and this
I
you
thought
give
this
4.
was an amazing story.
It was a good.
I
yeah,
like
but see,
that.
these are the movies that we. Here's the difference, okay? My sister likes the crybaby, sad, depressing. My life. My
That's
God.
not true.
It
I like
is.
something with a little meat to it. I like a story. I love a true story where at the end they show you what happened to the people and the whole wrap up of the story. I love that. That had this,
But
which
I've
is what I
seen
love.
so many lately. I just need my action, adventure, comedy movies back.
God help
Please.
me. They're coming.
Life is hard enough as it is. Okay, we gotta go. This is terrible.
Her curl's falling out.
My girl,
Yeah, she just
the
went
German
right in-
officer played with her curl, and she did, and it was always hanging in front of her eye, and she was always.
I want to say something about Jessica
very
Chastain.
flirty.
I read something.
We're way past for this.
I read something about her. She's a very good advocate for Planned Parenthood, and she also is a really vocal voice for equal pay for women in Hollywood. She turned down a lot of roles because she asked
7:30.
them. She asked them what the man makes, and she wants to make equal. So I give her kudos for that. She's a pretty classy lady for doing that.
Okay, we gotta go.
All right,
Way
have a good
over.
week, everybody. We don't know what we're going to see. Some
Nothing's
crazy
coming out until like the beginning of May, so
We don't know what we're going to see next week, but we'll see something. Okay.
I wanted to see Ghost in the Shell, but she didn't want to see that. Or Fate of the Fury, she didn't want to see that either.
I ain't seen that race car movie.
Right, so I had to
Yeah,
subject myself to this. Sad, depressing.
It wasn't sad.
Don't go see it if you like animals.
I say go to the
Or
movies.
children.
I say don't wait. I say go to the movies. I
Or
loved it.
people.
I loved it.
Or the
Okay, have a
Jewish
good
people. Don't go and see it.
I'm a damn rabbit.
Sad.
Okay, have a
Bye.
good week.
8
We'll see you
minutes.
next week.
Nobody's